Hey, this is Mark with Swine Life. Today I'm going to show you how I do fillets on the pellet grill. Now we're going to start them off slow at 250 degrees, and then right at the end of the cook, we're going to crank it up to 500, get a good crust on them. This is an easy recipe to show you how you can turn out a fantastic steak on your pellet grill. Let's get started. So to get this recipe kicked off, we got to season these fillets with my favorite beef rub. Of course, y'all know what it is, prime beef. These are just store-bought choice fillets we picked up local. Nothing fancy, we're not trimming, we're not doing anything to them. We're just cooking a good eating steak. Go pretty heavy with that. Fillets can handle that flavor, that salt, pepper, and garlic. So our Grilla Grill Silverbacks come right on up to 250 degrees. We're running Bear Mountain pecan pellets today. You can tell I already got the GrillGrates in here getting them preheated. All we're gonna do is just place these fillets right in the middle of the rack, get our probe, go dead center. I'm just gonna use the controller on the pellet grill to monitor temp. I'll set it up in the app, that way it'll send me a notification when it hits 120 degrees. We'll get them off, let them rest for a minute while we crank the heat up. All right, so our Grilla Grill's apps told us these fillets reached 120 internal. It's time to get them off, and I'm gonna show you this next step. Might be a little different. So we're gonna get these fillets off. They're gonna go right on the plate like so. And I'm gonna go ahead and bump the temp up to 500. That way we can get these GrillGrates hot, sear these fillets off. Some of y'all may have heard Malcolm Reed talk about this. Me and him discussed this several times. But here recently, I've started taking mayo after I get done reverse searing them and coating the outside of these steaks and letting them rest in that mayo. Now I know it sounds crazy, it's not gonna look appetizing. All the oil in the mayo is gonna coat these fillets and help you get a good crust when you get ready to sear it. And believe it or not, that vinegar goes really well with this beef and the flavor is outstanding. So we're gonna take our favorite mayo and then just brush it in. And I know this sounds crazy, a lot of this is gonna melt. We just wanna make sure to get all the sides really well. Now we're gonna let these sit here and rest. They got up to 120 degrees and I want them to slow down. It's gonna absorb some of these oils, some of the vinegar from the mayo while our pit gets up to 500 degrees. Those GrillGrates will get good and hot and we can get some pretty crosshatch marks and sear these fillets. So after about 10 minutes, our Grilla Grills come up to 500 degrees and I let it stabilize and get up there because I wanna get as much heat in them GrillGrates as I can. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me in previous videos, the grill set at 500. I'm gonna show you how much hotter those GrillGrates get. They always ask, how does that happen? I'm gonna show you firsthand. So our grill is sitting on 500 even right now. We got our GrillGrates to the right side, and they're reading 547, 550, right in that range, which is exactly where we want it. So we're just gonna take our fillets. They look a little better now. We're going on the hot side, get them pressed in for good contact. We're gonna let these go about a minute and a half before we twist them. Do another minute and a half, we'll flip them. Get all the good grill marks, be one heck of a steak. So it's been a minute and a half, time to give them a twist. Now we always make sure we go to a clean area, that way the GrillGrates are still good and hot. So it's been another minute and a half, time to flip them. See, they're looking a lot better now. Oh, that looks great. Now you do wanna start paying attention to internal temperature now because you don't wanna overcook them. I'm gonna let these go just a few seconds and I'm gonna check them and see where they're at. Been another minute and a half, time to give them a twist. Now you're just cooking the doneness. So I'm gonna let these go probably about 20 seconds and then it'll be time to get them off. So these fillets have hit 120 internal. It's time to get them off, let them rest, and we can dive in. Got an excellent color, pretty as can be. And the only thing I'm gonna do now is just add a little bit of extra pepper to them. I'm using Razor X all day rub, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, just to finish them off while they rest. So we got these fillets off and let them rest on the cutting board. Just as a quick recap, we started off with 2 fillets we picked up from our local grocery store and got them seasoned with some prime beef. Now this is a reverse sear recipe, so we started them on the pellet grill at a lower temp right at 250 degrees, and it took it about 45 minutes to get to that internal of 120. Once it hit 120, we got them off the pellet grill, cranked the pellet grill up to 500, and we coated these babies in mayonnaise. I know as crazy as it may sound, and it didn't look appetizing at the moment, but you can check out right in front of me. They look awesome right now. I can't wait to try them. So we're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna scoop these off to the side. Oh yeah, feels like a good medium rare. Let's see how we did. We'll go right down the middle. That's it right there. Got good medium rare from edge to edge. A little bit of crust on the outside. That's what I'm looking for. So we're gonna cut us another piece to try. I can tell already it's tender as can be. Packed full of moisture. I don't know what more you would look for in a filet because it's packed full of flavor. Got a good pepper note, just a hint of smoke. Man, that is excellent. I mean, that's perfect. Of course, you don't taste the mayonnaise, but you get a good crust. You can tell the grill marks are great, but it's got a good crust all the way across the top of this filet, and that's what I look for when it comes to eating some good beef. That's a wrap for today at Swine Life. Y'all give this recipe a try. I know it sounds crazy, but this mayonnaise adds a great flavor and a great crust to any cut of beef that you cook. If y'all got any questions, shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram. And as always, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see y'all next time.